Well, folks, welcome back to the channel Techado. This video should not be taking place, but it's going to take place because the first thing is that the question is very big. It's a fundamental question, but yet it's a question that needs to be answered. For a lot of people, it might seem very fundamental, but hey, this is YouTube, and the presentations out here are made just because you can know the right answers. That was how YouTube made, and it's how YouTube is, and it's how YouTube is going to be. So the question, a very important question which was presented and came into my mind is that a lot of people might be having this misconception that using a hand sanitizer might kill the virus and might be an effective way of killing viruses. But the question is, are viruses even alive? And another question is that how about I give you a hypothesis. There are three hypotheses, actually, to be very honest. And I'll be going through all these three hypotheses, and that is going to unlock a secret that you might not have known about this planet. So let's quickly dive in. My name is Das, and this is the channel Techado. Welcome to my channel, and we are going to dive in and see what we are talking about. So to begin with, here is a picture of when I saw this, I was cracking open, like I was laughing, and my friend Anton, he was like, "What's going on? Why are you laughing so much?" The funny thing about this picture is that you see how it's written out here, that effective, so it kills the pandemic, and it talks about how it kills the influenza virus, DNA virus kind of a pandemic. The funny thing is that it's a virus. So if you know the fundamental theory about a virus is that a virus is not even alive. If something is not even alive, then how are you supposed to kill it, right? That is so funny that viruses are not even live. And here we are, hand sanitizer companies try to promote their products with their brilliant marketing team, denoting that, hey, this actually kills the virus. How about we write that? Nobody knows about medical matter, and you know what? Nobody can sue us, right? So that was very funny to watch. Also, folks, in this next chapter, I'm going to share you a theory or hypothesis. So what is a hypothesis? That's my cat. Just don't worry about it. So this hypothesis actually dates back into an article which was published by NCBI. Now remember this, you have to be very careful whenever you're reading a lot of articles. Some articles are very theoretical, like one of those articles which the flat earthers have learned. Back from 1800s, there was an article written by three brilliant geniuses from Great Britain that wrote that Earth is flat, and they wanted to prove it. And that article at that time was published in a lot of places, and without considering how light works and how reflection works, they proved that Earth was flat in their experiments. So it's not that kind of stuff, it's a little bit different stuff. So imagine, let's dig back and let's do a recap of what we have studied before. We all have learned the Big Bang Theory, we have all learned that after Big Bang how our existence came into play. We also know that from every single cell, we rise from a single cell. It's the structural, functional, and the fundamental unit of our main body, right? So the thing is that there is this virus first hypothesis. Virus first hypothesis, in my logical mind, makes more sense, because let's talk about the structure of a virus. Now, if you do not know the structure of a virus, I'm not going to bore you out here. What is the structure of a virus? Go and watch the last health video or COVID-19 series that I have put a playlist upon. The playlist is out here. It's everything. It covers everything. So all my knowledge is poured down in that playlist. Just take one by one, take a deep breath and watch that. But you're going to learn a lot of stuff. The virus first hypothesis is this, and it's very interesting that that a virus is made up of a core genetic material. In the center lies a DNA or an RNA, and it's surrounded by layers of protein. And these layers of proteins hold that virus, and another layer of protein allows the attachment of the virus inside a host cell, and that's how genetic materials enters your cell, inside your cytoplasm, and goes all the way towards your nucleus. And if you thought that this route is end of that virus, you're wrong. Then, especially in cases of RNA viruses and in case of COVID-19 or the SARS-CoV-1 or COVID-2, you know that these viruses, they repack inside the cell and then they exit. So whatever information this virus brings gets imprinted to our DNA, and the DNA sends the information to our body. But before leaving, that virus recombines again. Now, when it's repacking itself, it might take some extra information from your body. And that is the reason, like we were talking about masks, we were very, very concerned about that, by putting mask will, lower the curve and will not allow a lot of spread. What will happen if there's a lot of spread? What will happen if everybody was infected? This virus would have grown more stronger because now it had our information. It had information about healthier people or healthier population. More a virus reads, it's a very kind of an interesting theory that, I always think that out here laws of physics also comes into play, that every action has got an equal and opposite reaction. More or less same kind of stuff, that whenever a virus is bringing an information, whatever is carrying is not his own information, but also some information from that particular host cell. Virus first theory was actually very interesting for me because when I saw this, that before the origin or very early time, there may have been a simple non-living or dead or somewhere in the between, because since virus cannot die, maybe we can call viruses as zombies because zombies do not die. And apparently a lot of people believe in zombies, but nobody believes in coronavirus. So it's pretty strange for me to to even comprehend that that sort of situation actually is existing, to be honest. And so origin of viruses is considered as to be as the first like a first theory where from viruses came everything. Came a cell, from cell came prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, and there came bacteria, and there was bacterial virospores. And this theory actually had me thinking that this hypothesis might be true in a sense, but it has like 70-75% probability of being true. Then there is reduction hypothesis. Reduction hypothesis is that when a cell got formed, the first cell in this whole planet, after all that Big Bang theory and all that stuff that you have learned in physics, in biology, maybe the first cell was a cell, and from there, before generation of a virus spore or a bacteria spore, there was somewhere a cell got separated, took some genetic materials from inside that, got separated, became a virus. Reduction hypothesis, I would say 50-50, I would say, makes more sense also. And then comes escape hypothesis. In escape hypothesis, it shows that a cell goes through a timeline, divides into three. One is going to be our bacterial, one could be, you can say, prokaryotic, eukaryotic, and some of the old kind of virosphere. So much of stuff that we need to understand that, these are very primitive form, and how it is landing up in 2020, it's also pretty much under query. But you have to understand one thing, that in the meantime, when you see hand sanitizers promoting that this kills a virus, first of all, you take a big smile and say that nothing kills a virus. What they probably mean is that this actually effectively take off the virus from your surface. Well, they should have put it like this, but they don't put it like this because that doesn't sound to be, it doesn't have that wow factor, to be honest. And in this video, you also learned that, a very important core basic kind of a question is that, are viruses even alive? So viruses are not alive, they are not dead, there's something in the middle. So that was it, folks. That was it all from the channel Techado this today. This episode was a very short episode, and I tried to keep it as short as possible. Till then, take care, get away of all this misinformation, lead your life, have fun. 3 core factors. First of all, wear a mask, keep your hands, maintain proper hygiene, hand wash and all that stuff. and try to maintain a little bit of distance from like people those whom you do not know, to be honest. And that's it. And this year will pass by. We're already, I think, in the middle of 2020, and soon this will be a history. So take care. See you guys on another episode.